What is good, Washington fans? What's up, Washington fans? I am talking to fans of a first place team in the NFC East, man. We have come from worst to first, from last year, 3 wins to 6 wins. It's not over yet. We've doubled the win total. 4 straight wins by Ron Rivera. 4 straight wins, huge. I want to say shout out to my mom. She FaceTimed me because I live in Baltimore, so my TV is super slow. Of course, she lives in PG County, the DMV area, and I FaceTime her. She shows me her television, and I watch it from FaceTime because her TV's super fast. It's in real time. My TV's like 2 plays behind. Chase Young gets a touchdown. Next thing you know, I'm like on the play two plays before the Chase Young touchdown on my own TV. So first place in the division, Giants taking L. They got exposed. Danny fumbles the football. They got exposed. Andrew Thomas exposed. Remember when we were debating over Chase Young? Should we trade back and all this stuff? Isaiah Simmons. Look how crazy those people sound who didn't want to take Chase Young. And that's your opinion. No knock against you if you did want to take Isaiah Simmons, if you wanted to trade back. But you look crazy. Quarterback play, we'll talk about that. We'll give out I'll talk about game balls in this video. Huge win. Shout out to Nick Mullins. I love Nick Mullins. But this defense, man. Defense wins championships, man. Defense travels. And this defense is elite, man. This defense won this game. Our defense put up points on the board. Our defense made big 3 and outs. Our defense got big stops on 3rd down, big stops on 4th down, huge stop, big play after big play after big play. And I was like, we have to force a turnover. We have to force a turnover to win this game because our offenses even Alex Smith struggled too. He had a calf injury. He was questionable to return. It looks like he was walking around fine. Maybe he could have came back in, but they decided to keep him out and keep Dwayne Haskins in. I'm not going to pile on Dwayne Haskins. I'm not going to do it. He's still young. Didn't play well. Definitely almost threw the game away because remember the Vikings game from last year where he did the same thing when he came in off the bench for Case Keenum, overthrew Terry McLaurin and went off of Terry's hands. It was like deja vu. I was like, are we really going to lose that way? Are you serious? You know, I know they still would have had to have a 2-point conversion. Shout out to Kendrick Bourne. He had hands like a snake. Kendrick Bourne couldn't catch a cold today. He was terrible. We bullied Trent Williams on a couple plays. Montez Sweat bulldozed him, pancaked him on one play. That was great. I think that was on the fumble force, on the forced fumble that got ran back for a touchdown by Chase Young. Cameron Curl is a steal. He is a gem, man. He is a 7th round steal. Big pick 6. He read it with his eyes, saw that from the jump, read Nick Mullins' eyes. It was just like just coming in and taking his cookies, eating the food off his plate, man. Like I said last week, big road win in Arizona. Huge win. Our defense really stepped up. Our defense scored 14 points. Dustin Hopkins scored all the other points. Just crazy, man. Just crazy. An ugly win. And that's how we're going to have to win ball games. We're going to have to win ugly, or we're going to have to ride our defenses back. Montez Sweat with a tip pass. Chase Young with a tip pass. Chase Young was an animal today. He was a man possessed. He was an animal. Huge sack. Fumble recovered for a touchdown. Chase Young was huge. Deron Payne, John Allen. We just controlled the line of scrimmage. And that's what I said. Win the turnover battle, control the line of scrimmage. I told you, Mike McGlinchey, he's a weakness. That whole right side of the line, I'm telling you, Montez Sweat was eating. Our whole defensive line was eating. DeShazier ever played well. He got banged up a little bit. Kendall Fuller was solid. Ronald Darby, I didn't hear anything from him. So he was pretty solid. The middle of the field, we just kept giving that to Brandon Ayuk. He had a couple catches that he made over the middle. That's where we have to patch up. We have to patch that up. But if your defense is out there all day, they're going to find something. Our defense, I'll look at the time of possession. I know the Niners had the ball way more than us. They had to because our defense just kept going out. Bend don't break defense. Number 1 red zone defense. We did let them score in the red zone twice. But, man, wow. Our defense is elite, man. We definitely have a top 5 defense. We might have the best defense in the NFL right now. The way they played over these last few, the Steelers game, the Cowboys game, they were really good. And this game was awesome. And I know it's against a backup, Nick Mullins, but this defense was incredible. They were elite. This is a defense. If we just have competent quarterback play. I'm not asking for Joe Montana or anybody like that. If we just have solid quarterback play, just not turn over the football, make a few plays here and there, we can really go far in the playoffs. We can really go far. We're just a quarterback away. We don't need, like I said, we don't have to have an elite quarterback. Just a decent quarterback that can complete a first down and not turn the ball over. Deebo Samuel being injured, that was huge in the beginning of the game. The Niners had a couple holding calls. There was one play on third down or second down where they were in our territory where they got the ball back again after 3-and-out. We had so many 3-and-outs. It was just ridiculous how bad it was with the 3-and-outs. Alex Smith had a bad interception in the beginning of the game. Once again, like I said, Haskins almost had the interception, but we had the 3-and-out, and they were kind of marching down the field because they had good field position. They caught it at the 50-yard line because we were on our 1-yard line. They threw the ball to Nick Mullins, threw the ball to Kendrick Bourne. He got a first down and more and scampered up the field. But it was a holding call on Mike McGlinchey, and Montez Sweat forced that holding penalty on Mike McGlinchey. That was huge. That was so huge on Montez Sweat. Congrats to Terry McLaurin for getting 1,000 yards on the season. That was great. He only had 2 catches for 24 yards. Our offense was anemic, so nobody had a really good day. Mike Shanahan could have went for it on 4th and 1, but he decided to punt the ball. He pinned us on our 1-yard line because he knew our defense was so good, so he decided to just punt the ball. Dwayne Haskins was looking at the clipboard. That was a plus for him. So he made a few good plays. He made a pass to Logan Thomas for a first down. He made a pass to J.D. McKissick. J.D. McKissick played well. He played well. He had 9 carries for 67 yards or 11 carries for 68 yards. Yeah, he had 11 carries for 68 yards. No touchdowns. Peyton Barber was solid. 12 carries for 37 yards. I thought Peyton Barber was solid as well. Cam Sims had 1 carry for 5 yards. But the run game was solid. I thought we should have ran the ball a little bit more. That's one thing with Scott Turner, the red zone offense, where we could have scored in the first half, but he had Alex in shotgun with an empty set. 3 plays in a row that didn't work. So that was terrible by Scott Turner. Definitely should have got 7 instead of 3. Dustin Hopkins did miss the 53-yard kick. He ended up making all the other kicks that he made. I think he made a 51-yarder. So Dustin Hopkins, I know we harp on him so much, but he did it. He was decent for the most part. He was good. Of course, Tress Way was really good. Special teams was good. Steve Sims had a good return. There was a play where Steve Sims dropped the ball. Dwayne Haskins overthrew him just a little bit. I think equally they were both bad because Dwayne let him a little too much. But the ball hit Steve Sims in his hands, so you gotta catch it. So they're both were kind of off on that play. So I'm not 100% putting the blame on Dwayne. I'm not putting 100% the blame on Steve on that one because that was a big third down. We should have won this game by 20 points. There was no reason for this game to be close, honestly. Really should have won this game by 20 points. We should have won this game by 20 points. It's just crazy. This offense was really awful today. It was really bad. This offense was anemic. Kevin Pierre-Louis had a sack. He played well. There was a first play on the drive where Robert Foster could have had a touchdown catch, but he kind of stopped running. Where he beat Richard Sherman. They could have called a pass interference on Richard Sherman. That was like one of the first plays of the game. That could have been a touchdown. I like Robert Foster. He's really fast. But yeah, let's get to game balls. The only thing that I didn't really like was Chase Young was offsides. Montez Sweat had a roughing the passer penalty, which led to the touchdown. I'm not going to blame that drive on Montez Sweat, but that was a bad play by him. Peyton Barber was good. Trent Williams had a false start, of course, and he got hurt during the game. He came back in, but we basically dominated their offensive line. That was a domination. We dominated their offensive line. We won in the trenches. We just punched them in the mouth. We really did. We punched them in the mouth. Game balls is the whole defense. The whole defense, man. I saw Haskins praying on the sideline. On that last drive, he showed a clip of him on his knee, praying, basically doing a Tebow, praying that the defense would save him after that drive. And the defense ended up saving him again. The challenge calling that 4th and 1 for J.D. McKissick, that was iffy. That could have been a first down, but I knew we were not going to get that call in San Fran. I knew they weren't going to call a first down for that. But yeah, I'm not mad at Ron for challenging. We ran the clock down. I was ready for Haskins to take a selfie, but he didn't. It's all good. But yeah, game balls. Chase Young gets a game ball for sure. I mean, I'm gonna read off his stats. I mean, he was a man. He was a man amongst boys. He really was. He was a man amongst boys. Once again, generational talent. That's the Chase Young we're looking for. That's the Chase Young that we want to see, man. The generational talent, Chase Young. 6 tackles on the day, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, 2 passes deflected, hit the quarterback twice, and had 1 touchdown. I mean, that's a man amongst boys. That's a man amongst boys. Defensive rookie of the year type numbers right there. Defensive rookie of the year type numbers. Montez Sweat, 5 tackles. The Sack Brothers. That's what we call them now. The Sack Brothers. The Bass Bros. 5 tackles, 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss. and 2 quarterback hits. Deron Payne, 5 tackles, 1 sack. He gets a game ball as well. The whole defensive line gets a game ball. The whole defensive line. Kevin Pierre-Louis, he gets a game ball as well. He played well. Jeremy Sprinkle had a false start. Of course, he comes in and messes up. Tim Settle played well. Like I said, Deron Payne, John Allen, all the guys. The defense was just awesome. The defense was great. Jack Del Rio gets a game ball. Ron Rivera, of course, gets a game ball. Tress Way, Dustin Hobbs, I'll give him a game ball as well. But yeah, quarterback play has to step up. Has to step up. We're 6-7 right now. We play the Seahawks next week, which is a tough opponent. And once again, we're a second half team. That's just how we are. We have to play better in the first half. We have to find a rhythm. We need Gibson back. And the run game wasn't that bad. I like what JD did. I like what Peyton Barber did. But I think Gibson gives us some more of that dynamic and gives us some more juice. I wouldn't rush Gibson back, but we definitely could use him for sure. He definitely makes this team better for sure. You could definitely see it. But yeah, we have to do better in the first half. We have to do better in the first half. Alex Smith, I hope he's here to play next week. I really do. But yeah, we need, and Jaden McKissick had his career high with 64 yards today. We did let that run game get a little going. Mostert, he had a decent game. That's the only thing bad from this game other than the offense. But defense travels, and defense wins championships for sure. And the Eagles somehow, some way they won a game today. I don't know how they won a game, but the Eagles somehow they won a football game. And Jalen Hurts looks a lot better than Carson Wentz. Giants lost, and the Cowboys won a game since they played against the Bengals. And the wild card spot, I know we're just our best way to win, to make the playoffs is through winning the NFC East. But the wild card spot, the Vikings lost, the Lions lost, and the Buccaneers beat the Vikings. So the wild card spot getting in as well is wide open as well. It's wide open. But our best bet is definitely the NFC East. So it's looking good. And once again, like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I am a little superstitious. Like I said, I know people are pissed off at me because I picked us to lose. But like I said, hey, 4 times in a row, I picked us to lose. And we end up winning. I probably don't have anything to do with it. But like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm going to just keep it going, man. Like I said, I did the wink last time, yesterday or Friday when I made my preview video. You know, it is what it is. I'm going to keep it going. Seahawks, their defense is really darn bad. And Russell Wilson has been sacked like 50 times on the season. So our defensive line can definitely get back there. So shout out to the Washington Football Only group chat. You guys were rocking today. We were lit in the chat. Our defense was mobbing, man. It was incredible. Had a great time in there. My son was turned up. He was turned up this game. He was running around, climbing on everything. So it was hard for me to focus. I was trying to grab him from trying to jump on something and then watch the game at the same time. Next thing you know, I see Cameron Crowe get a pick 6 of him jumping up and down Liddy. But yeah, hell of a game. We need a quarterback. We have to draft a quarterback. We just have to. We have to draft a quarterback. I don't know about trading up. I know everybody loves Zach Wilson, but we need a quarterback badly. We need a quarterback really, really, really badly. We need a quarterback bad. Or sign somebody. I don't know. But I love Alex, but we're a quarterback away. It clearly showed today. All right, you guys have a great night, man. Enjoy this 4-game winning streak, man. Big game against the Seahawks. Unfinished business. We are atop of the NFC East. Hail to the football team. Peace. I forgot to mention that slip and slide on our field. I had to say that. We got y'all back for that. Slip and slide and that disrespectful mess y'all did last year. I told we were going to get y'all back for that. Y'all have a great night. Hail to the football team. Peace.